into QVC2. I'm Jane Brown, and I'm your host for this 3-hour block of great gifts. We've got a lot of good things still ahead. We had NFL items in the show. We have had a fabulous assortment of great fun toys, from Care Bears to fire trucks. We talked about the infrared thermometers. We still have to come an assortment of Northern Nights pillows and a gorgeous comforter. Lots of good things in store. And right now we're going to focus on the Bionic Wrench 14-in-1 adjustable wrench. There's nothing worse than on Christmas Eve opening up that gift to help Santa put some toys together and seeing some assembly required and then realizing, oh my gosh, I don't have the right wrench for it. Well, guess what? This wrench pretty much does it all. It will fit and accommodate all sizes from a 1/2 inch to 3/4 inch and 12 millimeters to 20 millimeters on a lot of different applications. So from inside your home to outside of your home, wheels and automobile parts. It is made in the United States of America tool as well. So once again, it is ready to ship to you. We've got it, and we're going to send it out as quickly as we can. We're also offering this again with 4 easy pays of $6.93 per month. So now is a good time to get it. I want to welcome in Howard Irvine, who is one of our home improvement experts, and talk to us about the Bionic Wrench. I mean, we've sold over 227,000 of these, Howard, since they were introduced. That's a lot of wrenches. There's a reason for that. Why? First of all, hello, and I hope you had a nice Thanksgiving.
I did. I hope you did too.
Thank you.
The Bionic Wrench is unlike any other wrench that I've ever owned. That's because it has this patented gripping action where 6 jaws come in on all 6 sides of the nuts or bolts. You can see how when I squeeze the handles, it automatically sizes to whatever I need. So that's going to cover your 14 sizes, and that means that you don't have to know, is it standard, is it metric? It's just going to go to whatever nut or bolt you need. There's the smallest standard, there's the largest standard, and it sizes instantly. Here's the metrics. There's 9 sizes of metrics from 12 to 20 millimeters, and it sizes instantly. It can even do nuts and bolts that have been rounded off, and that's because this patented gripping action grips the sides and not the corners. Traditional wrenches grip the corners, just 2 of them. And this gripping action allows the Bionic Wrench to have 30 times more contact, that's metal-to-metal contact, on the nuts or bolts than a regular wrench, and 10 times more than a socket. That is a rock-solid connection. That's going to let you take care of those rounded-off bolts and nuts with no problems. It weighs less than a pound. I can stick it in my pocket if I'm going to do a project, but I know I've got the right size. I'm not fishing through the toolbox looking for the right size wrench, realizing after I picked out 2 or 3 that it's metric and not standard. This does it all. And it was invented by a father and son team in the Chicago area. And like you said, they make it right here in the USA, and they give it a lifetime warranty. It is a great gift. Even has rubberized handles so that it's not going to feel cold like a standard wrench might when the weather's getting cold like it is around here. So when I'm doing my projects, I can go project to project, grabbing anything that fits in these 14 sizes and not worrying about it. You can even duplicate a ratcheting action by gripping, turning, releasing without removing the tool, rising it up, gripping again, and turning. And that gives you a very fast ratcheting action. I can do it blindly without even seeing it. It's facing the camera, and I can just put it on there because it sizes and finds those 6 sides instantly.
Well, you know, you've eliminated one, big pile of toys by bringing this 14-in-1, because there's so many of those nuts. I mean, so many of those wrenches that you have. And most of them we don't use, Howard. There's,
Yes.
You buy a wrench set typically, and half of them are sizes that are, things that you never have and never have to use. Most of us are using them for applications that require just that standard, 1.5 to maybe 3/4 inches. So this one really does get all of the nooks and crannies. And what's great is because of that customized grip and anatomically correct design of the wrench, it gives you the ability to use your own wrist and torque to actually loosen some of those hard to grab and hard to get to nuts and bolts.
Absolutely. From job to job, as you go around the house, you don't have to worry. Is that sidewalk edger? What size is that? The lawnmower is a great one because that nut on the bottom holding the blade on gets covered with grass, it gets rusty, and then even the right size wrench isn't going to fit. With Bionic Wrench, instantly sizing, if it grew a little because it has some stuff, paint on there or rust on there, it's still going to fit it. It just goes like you see there, job to job, tightening or loosening, even if it's a rounded off nut or bolt, and sizes instantly, gripping on the 6 sides. You can see that patented grip in action. Those jaws come in equally on all 6 sides. They're not even touching the corners of the nuts and bolts, just the sides. And that's what makes it so different from ordinary wrenches that only grip the corners. Standard open-end wrench grips 2 corners. A 12-point socket grips all 6 corners, but that is just the corners. This is the sides, completely different. And that allows it to not strip off. And if it has been stripped off, it allows it to turn it anyway. Here's a socket and a bolt that is the exact right size for it, but just the corners have been rounded off. And as you can see, that socket just spins freely on there. You're never going to get that loose.
And that could be the nut or bolt that's holding the leg to your dining room chair. And every time somebody sits in it, the chair is like wobbly. And you're like, oh, be careful when you sit in that chair. I just can't tighten it anymore because it's stripped. So now you have the ability to grab onto it and tighten it up the way that it should be and lock it into place. So once again, it's available at a price of $27.72, 4 easy pays of $6.93. We'll get this home to you. It's easy to handle in your hands, and like you said, Howard, once you grip it to do that ratcheting action, literally pull it down, let it go, and grip without removing it from the nut and continue right into the process. So it's the bike wheels that's loose. It's the tools, the wheelbarrow.
Everything.
It's the legs of the chair. It's where you see some assembly required, you will need a wrench that is for this. Then you've got it built in here automatically, which is phenomenal. The 33825, even someone like Howard, who is a do-it-yourselfer and handyman and has a ton of great tools, can benefit from the Bionic Wrench. Am I right?
Absolutely. I mean, normally I would have to go grab 2 or 3 wrenches because even though I'm a good guesser, I'm not perfect. And with 14 sizes, there's some metric that are very close to a standard. And if you don't grab the exact right one, you're really going to risk rounding off those corners.
And it's always after you climbed all the way up the ladder to find out that that is not the right size wrench that you need.
Exactly right. Yep. When I'm adjusting the swings on my kid's swing set and the leg starts to wobble, you climb up there and you think, I got the wrong size. With this one, tucked right in your pocket, weighs less than a pound. You can climb up there, get to that nut or bolt, and know that you've got the right size because it's 14 sizes in one.
That's right.
And it's just opening and shutting.
Well, continue.
There's the 1/2 inch size when I have it shut.
Yep.
To the 3/4 inch size when I have it all the way open.
Love it. It's the 33825. Howard, thank you so much for bringing this to us. Good to see you as always.
Thank you, Jane.
So if you've got a tool enthusiast, if you've got someone who's a do-it-yourselfer, please get them the Bionic Wrench. Ah, yes. Thank you. This is my favorite part of the show.